Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone, so do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius. Per usual, we're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the story with tarot as we progress. So let's start, Sagittarius, by looking at what you guys have been dealing with. Overall energy for Sagittarius's recent past. Pause. Seems like you've kind of been in a stagnant energy, or the energy has felt very stagnant. Maybe experiencing minimal progress, or not seeing the results that you want. I'm feeling a lot of frustration in this energy. Whoa, okay, be your best self always, clear out the old, perfect setting, celebrate differences, and then vulnerability. Okay. So I feel like this goes a little bit deeper than the surface. I kind of talked about that stagnant energy, but I feel like it's more than that. It kind of feels like there's a lot of self-doubt and stress and fear in this energy as well. And I think a lot of that stems from trying to do everything that you can to make change, to see things improve, but just feeling like nothing is working. And that can start to really affect the way that you feel about yourself, the way that you feel about your worth or what's possible for you. And I think that is where this reading is really focusing, because it feels like this isn't about not receiving the things that you desire. Because I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to receive, whether it's the love that you deserve and desire, or the success that you want, or whatever it might be, that is absolutely very possible for you. But it almost feels like there needs to be a bit of an adjustment in how you're going about receiving, or like how you're going about putting in the energy that you're looking to receive. Because I feel like there's this energy of being like really hard on yourself, almost to like be perfect or to have it all figured out. And that's, you're never gonna be perfect, or you're never gonna have it all figured out. Healing and growth are lifelong journeys. So I don't know. Because you have this, it's like with this be your best self also, always, it's like this is what you're trying to do. You're putting in all of this energy. You're trying to let go of what isn't serving you. Like, I really feel like you're doing what you can and just feeling like it's not enough, or like it isn't resulting in what it is that you want here. But I feel like it will eventually in some way. But let's go a little bit further here. Let's look, Sagittarius, at your current energy. So this is what you have been dealing with, right? This is recent past. So current energy for Sagittarius. Okay. Make a decision. So there's like a shift or a change or a redirection here. Renewal of peace, higher ground, clear endeavor. So it feels like it's, okay, so it's not that what you're doing isn't enough. It's that the place in which you're giving the energy like isn't the right place for that. don't know how else to put that. We'll get deeper when we dive into tarot, because I feel like whatever this is talking about is it's asking you to, because you have this let go or clear out the old card again. And I think that that's where the redirection is it's not like that you need to be doing things differently necessarily. Like, it's not like, oh, try harder or give more or be more. Like, that's not what it is. It feels like what you're giving the energy to isn't in alignment with what it is that you're ultimately worth or deserving of or capable of, or like what's really meant for you. So this feels like redirection in some way, but it's not a bad thing. It doesn't feel like a bad thing. It feels like it's leading, I mean, because you literally have higher ground with renewal of peace. But I don't necessarily know what this is in regard to. It's like, make a decision, but like, I feel like that's way, way easier said than done. Also, I apologize if you hear my stomach growling. I am very hungry right now. All right. What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? But I'm like too hungry for a snack, but not yet hungry enough for dinner. So that's why I waited. What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? Breakthrough on the bottom here. Expansion. So you're moving into brand new territory. It's very abundant. It's very, I mean, obviously expansive, but it requires you to make some sort of a decision or change. Yeah, because contemplation with shift your energy. It's like you've been contemplating on doing something, on making a change, on taking a step, and it's like, this is very much the path you're supposed to go. Because it's not that you're not enough. And I know what that can feel like. It's like where you're just giving and giving and giving. It just feels, no matter what you give, like you're not enough. But it might be the wrong person, or it might be the wrong career, or it might be the wrong path. And I feel like that's what this is talking about. But change is really scary. And I think that we sometimes, we tend to avoid it because there's a lot of fear that exists in the midst of change. And I think that, but like with this make a decision and clear endeavor card, it feels like you know exactly like what direction to go, or like what the right choice is for you. But I feel like there's a lot of fear and anxiety around making some sort of decision, even though it's very much the right decision for you. This has been a huge theme in readings this week. I've had similar messages in a few other signs. I can't remember which ones right now, but it's like, I feel like there's just this this energy of like paths kind of opening up, or like people no longer being able to kind of ignore that there's a change that's needed to be made, or like that something needs to like that something needs to change, or that there's like a decision that needs to be made. It's like maybe that's been put off for a while, but like that's no longer able to be ignored, or like it's just the calling towards something is a little bit louder. Overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius, please. So yeah, you have a time for healing. I feel like this has been the energy that you've been dealing with. You've been healing and growing and evolving, because I talked about that in this past energy. Then you have faith in your dreams with expect powerful change. So I feel like things are changing in a really powerful way in the direction of the dreams that you have, the goals that you have, the outcomes that you desire. But it might be coming in a different way than you expected, which it usually does. Whatever this is, I feel like it's very good, but I also feel like it's a little bit, the word intimidating kind of came to mind. Like, maybe a change being intimidating, or like starting something new being intimidating, which is understandable. Like, change is scary. It is intimidating. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's new. All right, what has Sagittarius been dealing with? I want to know more about kind of like what this energy is talking about, because I feel like it's really important when it comes to like the decision that you're making. Reset past for Sagittarius. I think that one of the hardest things we have to do as humans is admit to ourselves when something isn't working or isn't right for us. That like no matter how hard we try, we can't make something work. And a lot of times this does come in the form of relationships, but sometimes career paths too, where it's like, and it's not that, you know, I think a lot of times it can feel like a dream is dying, or like this opportunity for something that we desire is being lost. But it's actually opening you up to what is more aligned with you and like what has more potential of working out or taking you further. And I think that it's hard because sometimes we close ourselves off to that because we're so open to, or we're so afraid of change, that we stay where we're at, even though it's like, and we keep trying to make it work, and we keep trying to force it. But it's like the universe the whole time has been guiding you to something better. And that is literally one of my favorite mantras. Is like, it's this or something better. So you have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands in reverse. So you're showing up right out of the gate here, whether you're male or female. Oh, okay. So you've been in this energy of really doubting yourself. And I said that at the very beginning. Like, that's why things have been very stagnant, is I feel like there's been a lot of self-doubt, doubting your worth, but more than that, like doubting what you bring to the table, undervaluing yourself almost. And I don't know if you know this, that you're doing this. Because I feel like there's this energy of like, when we try as hard as we can to create a certain outcome, but that outcome doesn't happen, the first thing we're going to look at is ourselves, right? We're going to say, what am I doing wrong? Or how am I not enough? Or, you know, what is it that I'm, and there are always opportunities to grow and do better, but sometimes, and I feel like this is one of those times, what we're investing in is the wrong thing. And if we could take the same energy and put it into something that's better for us, then it would lead us to the path that we want, or like the success that we're looking for. But I feel like, there's also kind of this energy of, I'm going to say this. I don't think a lot of people are going to want to hear this, but I feel like it needs to be said. Like self-sabotage in a way, in the form of selling yourself short. Like not recognizing how capable and deserving and powerful you really are. It's like you forgot who you were for a little bit. But I feel like you're remembering who you are. And I don't mean that in the sense that like you lost yourself. Maybe you did, if there was like a relationship or something that you were chasing. But I feel like this is this process, or this, like this journey of like remembering who you are, like remembering that you're a badass, remembering how much like you bring to the table. It's a privilege to know you. It's a privilege to love you, to experience your energy, like all of those things. It's like you forgot it. Something made you forget it, maybe. A relationship or a path or something, but it's like now you're remembering who you are. I like it. I don't think this has been easy though. Current energy for Sagittarius: make a decision with clear endeavor. I kind of jumped ahead there because I know I was talking about past energy there, but I feel like this is you stepping back into your power. That's what it is. It's like you lost your power in a way. Something took it from you, a person, a situation, and you're gaining it back, but in a way that is more powerful than it was even before this happened. It's like you had to go through this to step into the power that you're currently stepping into. Current energy for Sagittarius. The Eight of Pentacles. See, you've been rebuilding. And I saw that with a time for healing. It's like you've been rebuilding from something. Seven of Swords. There's a lot you don't know. This has been a slow process with the Knight of Pentacles. But what else? So, man, this has been an emotional time. Couple of things here. So Five of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, the Moon, and then the Five of Wands here. So there's something that, some sort of path that's opening up, some sort of redirection that you've been going through a process of redirection, because I feel like the universe pulled you out of something that was taking away your power, or that was keeping you stuck or stagnant or small. And I feel like you're now in the process of, like, you've been in this process of rebuilding, kind of, putting the pieces back together, if you will. And I feel like you're being, like, called or guided to something, some sort of path, some sort of opportunity. I don't know what it is. And I feel like the universe is asking you, and this isn't easy, but to move forward with more courage than you've ever really had. And I feel like that's the power that you're stepping into. And, like, a lot of times when we go through really challenging things, we can look at it, we can say, well, if I can get through that, like, I can get through anything. And it's almost like it makes you recognize, like, how strong and powerful and capable you are, and then you can take that energy and you can go freaking create miracles. And I feel like that's what this is about. Because I feel like you've changed a lot through this process. And maybe it feels like it hasn't all been in good ways, but I feel like ultimately it has been very good, because the person that you're stepping into, the strength that you have, the knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you have, like, this version of you that you're becoming, even if you haven't fully stepped into it, is a version of you you never would have been able. Oh my gosh, this is a full circle reading. It's a version of you you never would have been able to step into if you hadn't have gone through the things that you did. One of the first readings I ever did for Sagittarius that blew up, this would have been in, like, December of 2022. December of 2022. One of the first readings I ever did for Sagittarius, it was, there is a purpose for your pain. And a lot of what it was talking about was the growth that you were acquiring through something that you were going through. Why is this coming to my mind? The growth that you were going through was going to turn you into someone that you needed to be, to step into, like, your most powerful self, to essentially be able to create the life that you desire. Like, literally, if you search on this channel, Sagittarius Tarot, there's a purpose for your pain. You will find it. And I feel like you are about to discover that purpose. Because this redirection has been taking you to better all along. But what you didn't realize is that the changes that were being made weren't happening outside of you yet. They were happening within you. I feel like this decision that you're making is to allow yourself permission to be powerful and courageous again, especially after a period of really putting, like, the pieces back together, after a really difficult period that you guys have been through. It's like giving yourself permission to, like, so what I heard is, like, be that girl. But I also think that, like, this, you don't have to be female for this to resonate with you. But I like just to, like, be that person again, that the person that knows their worth, that knows their value, that, like, not being afraid to shine after a period of having your light dimmed for so long. So it's been a slow freaking process, that's for sure. And maybe you're still in the depth of it. But just know that whatever you've been, like, taken away from, it's been opening the door for more to appear, to come through. To appear, yeah. Because, and that's the self-sabotage. You went through some things that made you forget your worth, made you forget your value, made you forget who you are, right? And I talked about how this is a process of remembering who you are and allowing yourself permission to shine, right? Everything that you've been through to this point has been happening to get you to the power that you are stepping into right now. And then that is going to, and this is going to be a process too. It's all a process, but that's going to take you to where you're headed. This breakthrough, this expansion. What can Sagittarius expect moving forward? I knew that reading was important because it was literally one of the first readings that ever blew up, and it was like what got my channel in the YouTube algorithm, which is why for a really long time, the most viewed videos on my channel were Sagittarius, because in the beginning, the majority of my subscribers were. I think things have kind of balanced out now, but I feel like this is just kind of like a callback to that reading almost. There's the Death. The Strength. So Death, Five of Pentacles, and the Devil with the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Strength. And then the Sun. Strength and Sun with the Three of Cups. This is where you're headed. It's the ending of a period of like loss and lack. Because this is what you've been struggling with. The Death with the Five of Pentacles is what you've been struggling with. This Devil energy, maybe even a little. But it's the ending of that and the stepping into this, the Sun and the Strength. And I talked about how this is requiring you to have more courage than ever before. Because the Three of Cups is all about where you belong. The people that align with you, the places, the situations, the jobs, the success, the abundance, like this, everything that you've been going through, Sagittarius, has been setting you up for this. You just had no idea. And I feel like this is about things changing in a powerfully good way. I feel like good is important because I think change kind of elicits some nerves in people because change is scary, but it's like your healing pays off. You get to the other side of this. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, Sagittarius, because I don't think you know how good things are going to get here. Getting kind of emotional for you guys because this is just like this. You guys deserve this. You do, and you have the whole time. Okay, I'm not saying, oh, you deserve it now because of everything you've been through, because we're not glorifying our trauma. We're not saying, oh, I'm worth good things because I've been through bad things. That's not it. You've been worthy all along, but like now it's like you're aligned. You're in the process of it. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling really confident, or like, I'm not feeling this energy yet, like that's okay, because again, this is a process too. Stepping back into your power is a process too. And it's gonna waver. There's gonna be days you feel better than others, okay? But I do very much feel like with this make a decision and clear endeavor is it's just like this opening of a brand new almost reality for you that is abundant and happy. And this isn't just like happily ever after, things are going to be good forever. Obviously I wish that life was like that. But I do feel like it's the end to a pretty long period of struggle. I feel like that's what this is. An end to a pretty long period of struggle. So, and it's not just because you waited long enough and eventually things changed. This is a product of your healing. This is a product of showing up for yourself. This is a product of choosing not to back down. Like this is because you got yourself here. You embrace the journey or are embracing the journey. You've been focusing on the healing, on doing the work, on doing the growth, and this is, I feel like, the result of that, which is obviously very, very exciting. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to hop on over to the extended where I'm going to dive deeper into these messages, ultimately focusing on what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Sagittarius.